Hi, it's me, Keenan, once again. I hope everybody's doing well. And before I go any further, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who watched and supported my last video, These Three Letters, because that one was a really special one that I held down for a while, and I'm just glad you all appreciated it. Now, today's rap I'm going to do for you is called Royalty. It's about my heavenly royal family, so it's a very deep and personal one. And before I show it to you, I just want to say one thing. Cherish your family while they're here. Cherish every moment because you never know when it could be the last. That being said, here's royalty. Enjoy. It all starts in a town called Ashburn, GA, where facts learned can lead to cash earned. There was a boy by the name of John who had a yearning for learning since he came upon his first book, especially the Bible. Survival he read it for. Every metaphor was delightful to him. He knew education's the key to make you succeed and then finally take you to be what you want. John had a real hunger for knowledge. Degrees if he wanted, he'd have earned 100 from college. He had bachelors, masters, took and taught a class for Sunday school, served as a deacon under the pastor still. First, he was a family man, doing his best. Any test, John would handle it grand for his wife, his daughter, and then his two sons. Eventually, his son-in-law. Then new comes his grandkids, whom he helped hard to raise and help make each of them who they are today. It's hard to say how much this man is missed. His spirit guides me and drives me to stand in this path and step till I can't step no more. All he did for me, I'll never forget him for. Working and learning hard non-stop was his thing. That's why, without a doubt, Pop was a king. It all starts in a town called Quitman, GA, where getting your best comes from hitting the books. As known by a girl named Susie, as Doris she was known, she got smarter, she got grown like her king. She too thought school was real cool and used it as a tool to go forth and rule at anything she did and became the best teacher and reacher to tame the rest, to give all they got to become what they want, stood firm on the ground. That's why none would confront Susie, who was especially like this with her own children, steady building their kids to get grown and be great, which they did like she planned it. She then worked hard to do the same for her grandkids, whom she treasured. They were all her greatest pleasure. Sometimes came pressure, but her love without measure. Everything taught them to reach for the stars. Another reason the three of them would be what they are. Now she is a star that brightly, eternally shines. The first verse of gratitude for her, heard will be mine, written with heart. And each poem calm and serene, I can proudly say, my mom was a queen. It all starts in a town called Chester, PA, where best for all comes with the tester, as it would for a boy named Derek, known for heart and humor. In playing a scare trick on loved ones, he too found learning fundamental in terms of Christ and God. It would become essential to him. He learned well in Sunday school and church. It was cool and urged his plan to rule emerge. First, Derek finished school. Well behaved, he served strong and bravely while in the Navy. Then he studied more ministry, which he mastered, became a preacher, eventually a pastor. Above all else, he was a brother and son, proud uncle, truly a wonderful one who was always there for his nephews and niece, helping to raise them into the best who he sees like his own kids. He still felt pressure to hide who he truly was inside. The reason I wrote Pride, we all loved him the same. I can honestly say that I really didn't care at all he was gay. Derek was still the man that I loved and admired. It instilled in me and taught me so much. It inspired many. He pressed hard to become a reverend doctor, studying up, becomes then a shocker. While finishing seminary, he untimely died of obesity. It took a huge piece of me. I tried to honor him each day that I live and say that I give my best. Whenever put to the test, I just think of him and all the time that we spent. This rhymes to be meant to show how divinely he went through life, serving others. I'm convinced to kneel. Rest in peace, Uncle Derek. You're a prince for real. It all starts in the town of Westchester, slightly western than the last one, but best for stars like a girl named Courtney, to be born free, to live well and swell, always excel in everything she does, always going for gold. Lo and behold, listen as the story gets told. Courtney had talent for entertainment, so every summer the fame went her to maintain it. All her best to everything she was bringing, pursued all of her interests, especially singing, a suitable choice. She had a beautiful voice and was also a great sister to two little boys, whom she always protected and never neglected. Her love for them both is always reflected on them. Courtney also took advantage of learning a language she grew to love, Spanish, studied it all through school and majored in college, going to Latin countries engaging for knowledge. She cleverly blended her loves and life by singing Spanish. Through this, she becomes a wife. She met a musical partner pursuing her loves who greatly singing. He could do as she does. Courtney also was a teacher, hoping to reach a whole new generation of admiration of Spanish. She loved to speak it like no other. Her ultimate plan was being a wife and mother. She was halfway there when she suddenly left. Heart murmur and pneumonia caused stunningly death, and I know I've been blessed to know a princess whose bro has since pressed to go for his best. On windy days, she'll send a feather kiss, and no matter the weather, sis, you'll love her forever, miss. This song is dedicated to my grandfather, John Henry Leary Jr., the King, my grandmother, Susie Ann Robinson Leary, aka Doris, the Queen, my uncle, John Derek Leary, the Prince, and my sister, Courtney Ann Brown Clara, the Princess. I love you all and I miss you all. Cherish every second you have with your family, folks. Tell them you love them, hug them, kiss them, spend time with them. You'll be really glad you did. Stay safe, everybody. And until next time, peace and blessings.